I didn't like K-pop. I'm not young anymore, but
You're still young.
I am compared to
Me?
Nah, she's pretty fake.
No, I'm transparent.
At sometimes I prefer direct as well.
Then what the fuck do you expect from them?
You gotta say
How are
nicely,
they
though.
supposed to know?
I could speak nicely if I want to.
But you
too.
don't. You speak
She's giving
sharply.
you.
Do you know how many people get hurt by your words? And then
I was one.
okay.
You make fun of my kimchi? Get out of here.
Yeah, no in and out for you.
Welcome back to Get Real, where we get real on all things concerning life. We are your hosts, Ashley.
BM.
And Peniel of B2B.
And today we have a very, very special guest joining us. But before we introduce... It's very early, guys.
It is.
Before we introduce him, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on YouTube and
Whatever
subscribe on
whatever we upload on.
Spotify and iTunes. You know the drill.
Leave a comment.
Oh yeah, 5 stars only. Rate
5
it.
stars.
Yeah, 5 stars
Rate
only.
it. Okay. All right. We have a special guest joining us today. He is back. Welcome, Eric.
Yes, sir. You're.
What's up, guys?
is up?
It's been too long since my last time with
When-
Dive Studios.
When were you last year?
I don't even.
Wait, have you been on Get Real?
No, it's my first time. on
Right?
Get
Oh,
yeah, we
okay,
were on
okay.
fighting together.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, right,
I saw
right.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Didn't
Kevin and
come out
Jacob.
recently.
He did.
Yeah.
last month.
He did.
Yeah. Well,
Kevin came out.
anyways, hi
Welcome to
guys.
Get Real.
I'm Eric from the BOYZ.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back.
Good to be here.
How's
How's-
life?
I was just gonna say the exact same thing.
I was gonna say, how have you been? But you haven't been on here, so.
How's life? Life
How's
life has been pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
Just too much time, alone time.
Alone time.
Too much alone time.
Too much alone time?
Yeah, but I don't like alone time.
Oh,
Go out
socialize.
I don't have friends.
is that why you're here today?
See
Yeah,
some
to make
sun.
some friends.
You have your
Alright.
members.
They're family.
Aww. You don't talk to your family?
No.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My brother and I be sending memes to each other.
That's not talking. That's what.
Like DMing.
That's enough
Okay,
talking.
when you do that, how many of the memes do you actually watch till the end?
I watch everything that he sends.
Really?
Yeah,
Till
because
the
it
end?
means a lot if when my brother sends me something.
Really?
Wait,
What-
so is it just you, and then like your brother? You, your brother.
Not really. It's
Probably.
like pretty even.
For me too. Even my sister. Like my sister always sends me like bunch of like DMs and all that stuff. I never send her anything.
Excuse? Why?
Because
Excuse me.
I don't know.
She's probably waiting for
I
you
don't
to
even
send
I don't even
something.
read the DMs.
Rude.
My sister.
Do you know it mean? Do you know how much it means? You know, for a sister to send something to.
Is your sister older than you or younger than
1
you?
year older than me.
Older?
Oh, okay.
Especially if she's older, she cares about you.
I mean, I care about her too. That's why I don't reply.
That's why you don't
That
have
means-
friends. Because you never reply.
I'm too lazy to, reply to my sister. I don't
That's
know
why you don't have friends. You're too lazy to reply to them.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people think I'm very socialized and have a lot of friends. But 진짜로는 like I don't have friends that much.
What's your MBTI?
ENFJ.
Oh, same
I
as me.
love ENFJs. What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with
What's
you?
wrong with you? I don't know.
I love ENFC. What's wrong with
I
you?
like being, socialized, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I'm, burned out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could
okay.
definitely relate to that.
And I just want to, do my own thing for my career.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you said you've had too much alone time, so you don't want any more alone time, or you're happy with your alone time?
Maybe half and half would be good,
Yeah, he's balancing it out right
Yeah.
now.
Figuring my out.
Okay.
Yeah, too much people, because I'm also ENFJ, and I've
Oh, you
come to
are?
realize, too much people time kind of like burns you out, because I don't know if you're like this. I 눈치 봐 a lot.
Yeah.
And like I need the atmosphere to be like a good atmosphere, especially with people that I don't know or am meeting for the first time. So I'm always like trying to give as much as I can to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then I go home, like my social battery
Exhausted.
is like negative 100.
Really? I thought you got better with that.
Well, that's because I'm comfortable with you guys. Like if we hang out, that's like social battery is charging. But if it's like
New people.
new people, work atmosphere, stuff like that, or just like
You feel like you gotta step up and like do
Yeah.
Something.
Are you like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Definitely.
like that
It's
drains.
the ENFJ.
Even
Yeah.
with people
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
comfortable with, you're like that.
Like even like with my group thing too. Like we had a concert about a month ago, and I kind of stepped out and organized everything so we could
Do a concert.
do a concert well.
Wait, so how's work?
Work. Well, my career kind of got into a pause moment. But we're figuring
Things
out,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we could do as a group. So
Yeah. You guys are gonna get over this hurdle.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been kind of tough to be honest, because
Yeah.
I've been talking to this with BM like earlier before the show. There's a lot of people in this industry. I feel like that are taking benefits and advantage of
Yeah.
young. I'm not young anymore, but
You're still young.
I am. I mean, compared to
Me.
anyways, yeah, you guys know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
right?
you
So-
you have a lot to kind of entice someone that can like kind of sweet talk you into for their benefit.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
People are getting smarter now. They're just thinking of better ways to scam you.
Yeah.
But the thing with scammers is at one point they always get caught. They always get
hope
get
so.
caught, and it's like at the worst time for them. Is kind of like the story I keep hearing.
Yeah.
So don't scam, guys. It's not for you. It's,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's not for your benefit.
Scammers.
Oh, damn. Say it again.
scammers.
Wait,
Yeah.
guys, are we not gonna address the elephant in the room?
What?
Junie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Completely ignored it.
Oh,
Hi, Junie. I haven't seen him in like.
I thought he was here the entire
forever.
Hi,
time.
Jenny. Look at his necklace. Did you see this? This is so cute.
What's going on with his neck?
I love that you guys made him life size too.
I know. It's so cute.
No, they made him a little bigger than
Junie's busy preparing for his concert, which is tomorrow. So let's all wish him luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
luck.
Good luck, Junie.
Yeah,
Go
good luck.
kill it.
Good luck, man.
Today we will be discussing
Being
Korean
Korean
American.
Oh, we have some fun facts about Eric.
All right.
Oh,
Eric was
okay.
born and raised in LA.
Wait, time out. I wasn't born in LA.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was born in Seoul.
Ooh, Dive didn't do their research.
That's
correctly.
Oh, from the get-go, from the first fact.
how old were you when you moved?
I moved to LA after third grade of elementary.
Oh, okay.
okay.
You were here for a
Perfect
while
age.
then.
Yeah.
How old is it? Like 5?
No.
No, like
what?
8.
I don't know. How old are you when you're in
Like 8.
Yeah.
8?
8 or
Okay.
9.
Kindergarten is 5.
When do you start school? I don't know.
Do you remember? When you,
No, like age. Like, I don't
Oh,
know.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
do you remember when you first moved?
Basically, when I first moved to, not LA, Irvine, to be
Oh.
specific.
Ah,
Because
whatever.
there are a lot of, fans out there pointing me out that, hey, Eric, Irvine isn't LA. Irvine is Irvine. LA is LA.
All right.
But reason I say I'm from LA is because not a lot of people
No,
are
Irvine.
aware of
Yeah.
Irvine. Like, what's
Yeah.
Irvine, you know?
Yeah.
Do
Unless you
know
live
Irvine?
in California.
Yeah.
Unless you live in Cali, you don't know Irvine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or America. Like, yeah.
You kind of like brought in
Yeah, exactly.
the geography.
Same goes for me too. I'm from the suburbs, but I say I'm from Chicago because
He's from Chirac.
no.
Don't mess with him. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So, anyways, when I first moved to Irvine, I couldn't speak English at all. So,
course.
I kind of had a. I went to this. Yeah, ESL. I went to ESL. But the fun fact, my sister was kind of good in English.
Oh.
So she didn't go to ESL.
Oh wow.
She went straight into just like a regular
Just normal,
class.
yeah.
But I kind of, my English level kind of, just jumped in the month.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
out of ESL and moved into
Normal class.
yeah, I got transferred into a normal class in a month. And
Did no one make fun of you for not speaking English?
well, I kind of got made fun of because of my outfit and my my style.
Yeah.
I was
They
just
called you a
Korean,
fob.
Korean.
Yeah, Bob was the word.
Korean. But as time passed by, I kind of changed my look into
Kyopo style.
Yeah,
Korean
Kyopo
American style.
and I actually got made fun of by my classmates in 4th grade
For what?
for copycatting this
American culture and
no
style.
for this there's this There was this white dude in my 4th grade elementary class. His name was Ben.
Ben, okay.
I remember his last name too. I'm not gonna say it, but his name was Ben. He used to wear like those blue skinny jeans.
Was he a skater?
Yeah, you know Tilly's. Or
Tilly's, yeah.
You know Tilly's, right? Yeah.
Tilly's.
So that's like when we all, Tilly's was like the thing.
Yep.
So he wore like Vans or skinny jeans and all that. And I kind of copycatted his outfit.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I kind of got made fun of for copycatting,
I feel like everyone dressed like that back then though.
Yeah.
like skinny jeans and
Skinny jeans, the Vans.
Yeah. That was the look.
I wore like preppy clothes.
Yeah.
You can't relate?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, interesting. So you went to America first.
Yeah.
And then you transitioned back.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So where do you feel like your identity lies? Like, is it more Korean American or is it more like Korean you feel like just like you personally looking at yourself?
Well, to be honest, I feel like I'm Korean, but I kind of want to be more Korean American,
You feel like your mindset is more Korean?
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
Okay.
But I want to be Korean American.
In what way?
First, I'm losing my English, as you guys, kind of know. Since I haven't
Spoken.
spoken English in a while, I'm losing my English.
It happens.
It happens, yeah.
It comes back fast though.
Yeah.
You just gotta speak a lot.
Exactly. So if I go back to LA and just like live there for like 6 months,
Yeah.
then it comes back like
Yeah.
all good. But while I'm here in Korea, I lose my English because 영어 할 일이 없으니까,
Right.
So and like the mindset as well too. I kind of want to be more
Korean American.
Korean American,
More open-minded.
open-minded and free.
Are
But
you becoming more 꼰대?
I'm not 꼰대, but I'm like 되게 like 보수적,
He's cultured.
Conservative?
He's cultured.
Yeah, I'm very like 예의 바르고.
Yeah.
I'm not that. Wait, I'm not saying that Korean Americans are 예의 없어.
We are polite.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. No way.
There
I'm not
is-
saying.
He's
There
so
is
polite,
a-
he doesn't respond to his sister.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like Korean Americans are not polite, but I'm very 보수적,
Yeah.
Conservative.
not too much open-minded. Yeah.
Cultured is the right word, I feel like, because in Korea, there's looks and people have certain thoughts about people, especially Korean Americans coming in that don't kind of like go with the culture.
Yeah. And I think that too, since I'm the 막내 of the group and everyone else is all young,
Right.
So, like,
right.
I'm kind of
You're forced,
I'm
yeah.
kind of forced to be like, 되게 polite.
Yeah.
Not that I'm polite to my members, because they're older than me.
No.
We are all,
Yeah.
just like, all friends.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
There's definitely pros and cons, I feel like, to like kind of going with the culture.
Yeah.
For me, I think the good part is you learn a lot about respect. The bad part is you bottle a lot of stuff in.
Yeah?
Peniel doesn't know because he bottles nothing in.
Yeah. He just says.
He says it how it is.
No, I bottle stuff.
You do? How long does
I
it
feel like
take
a lot
for you
less
to-
than you guys, but
Yeah.
when I need to.
Do you feel like that's the Chicago in you? That like,
What, like not bottling stuff.
yeah,
in?
and just like
No,
saying
it's
it
just
how it is.
Peniel.
No,
It's
I
just
think
him
I
being
think
Peniel.
Chicago people like generally just speak their mind.
New York people definitely speak their
Oh,
mind
I'm
too.
so real.
No, you're
I'm
not.
so transparent. Yeah.
No, she's pretty fake.
No, I'm transparent.
I don't know about that.
How long does it take you to tell somebody about something that you don't like about him?
It's not that I say it, but you could just tell in my face. Like if
Really?
I don't like you, I'm just gonna like show that I don't like you.
When was the last time you didn't like somebody?
I don't hate for no reason, but it's just if you do something to me, I'll
Kill you.
I'll make it known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that kind of relates to like the MBTI stuff too. Like
True,
as an ENFJ, like we can't say or
It's tough.
yeah, it's tough for us to
Yeah.
kind of show our 속마음,
Yeah. I want to ask, do you like, for me, when there's stuff like that, unless I'm comfortable with them, I implode first and then I explode.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like I don't explode. Oh, I kind of do sometimes. Last time I exploded was like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And
What?
it was to
What
my member
happened?
too.
Yeah.
What they do?
I'm not gonna say who, but there's one member.
Yeah.
We didn't
What
fight or
happened?
anything.
What happened? What
Well,
happened?
he
Spill
kind of
the
made me
tea.
손해,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
What's 손해 in English?
like a
Tone it,
little like,
Little disappointed.
Disappointed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disappointed in a lot of ways. Starting with his 말투, like how he
speaks.
how he speaks.
Was he being a little cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him in general, he's just a cold
Aw.
dude.
Okay.
But I know at the most of the time that he's not being too serious.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm a guy who 되게 마음이
Yeah,
sensitive.
yeah.
Like,
And you're
sensitive.
We're
sensitive.
We're
you know?
very sensitive. We're hypersensitive to kind of like people's reactions
and
too.
especially to people who we care about.
Yeah,
And who we, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like if it's someone who I don't care about or I'm not close with, like I don't give a shit about like how they speak, or whatever. But if it comes to my friends, like close friends or my members or my family, then we're very, very sensitive
Yeah.
with like what they say or how they say it,
Yeah.
So that's like I kind of had it in me for a while, 쌓아놓고.
Oh, so
and
yeah,
then-
that's what he means by
Yeah.
imploding first.
I was
think, right?
imploding
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
past what few months or like
Hey, you bottled
Wow.
up for a
no,
month?
not
That's
even-
how it is.
not even a
also.
few months. I feel like half a year.
Oh my
past 6
gosh.
months.
Yeah.
말 안 하고 like I'm not just like imploding myself.
Yeah.
Just try to forget it, and then this one just trigger, and I just like explode at him. It's like
So you said it? You
I said it. I
something?
told him
Okay.
like 말투 좀 예쁘게,
Yeah.
Was it really like 말투 좀 예쁘게? Was it like 말투 좀 예쁘게?
It was like the no. I said it in like a 장난 way. I was like 형이 이렇게 얘기하면
Okay, okay,
형이니까
okay.
그치.
That's good.
서운하다.
Yeah.
말 좀 예쁘게 해라.
어.
한 번만 더 말 예쁘게 안 하면
팬다.
I actually said that.
Oh, really?
패버린다. Like,
you're gonna beat
that's a
him up?
joke.
Yeah.
But what I told him is 나중에 later on let's try to have a day where we switch. Like I'm the 형 and you be the brother, like a younger
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
And I'll act the same way as you did to me, like 말투 wise, like, And
Yeah.
he was just laughing. He was like, okay, if you felt that way, I'm sorry and all that.
Do you think people show emotions differently in Korea and America? Or like how they express their
yeah.
emotions?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think it has to do with America. There's no hierarchy with age. So you can kind of be more transparent
And like
with how you
direct,
feel.
right?
Yeah.
In Korean, I feel like you have to beat around the bush and
A
kind
lot.
of just like
Exactly.
돌려 말해.
돌려
Like
말해야 돼.
you
It's
have
so
to think so
frustrating.
much about how the other person's gonna take it.
If it's like, especially if they're like older than you or if they're senior than you.
Yeah.
Like 선배 후배, like that
Yeah.
kind of relationship is too strict in Korea.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that though? When the intent is to be polite, it works. But sometimes they call it 개기는 거 in Korean.
Yeah,
right?
개기는 거, yeah,
so you
yeah.
beat around the bush in a way where it's like offensive, but it's like, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a little lost
I
too.
don't know.
So it's like
매기는 거?
매기는 거.
왜 이렇게
yeah.
돌려 얘기하, 왜 이렇게
Yeah.
꼬아서 얘기하냐.
Right.
Oh, like being sarcastic.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
that's like the
exactly,
perfect
yeah.
way to say it. Yeah, but but then like it's like just sarcastic enough for it to be a compliment, but then like 이거 좀 기분 나쁜데. You know what I mean?
But then if you were on the other end of that, someone hearing those words, someone like making a complaint or saying something to me, would you prefer this person to just be direct and hurt your feelings a little more, or would you want them to beat around the bush and say it more nicely?
Oh, definitely beat around the bush. I'm a
So
sensitive
maybe
guy.
it's a good thing. So maybe it is a good thing, like being
I
able
prefer direct.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at sometimes I prefer direct as well. But
Then what the fuck do you expect from that?
but you gotta say
How
nicely
are they
though.
supposed to know?
But you gotta say it nicely though. Like, but if you're gonna say it directly, you have to say it in the words where I understand and like I take it in. Like, 내가 진짜 it's my fault and 잘못했구나. But if you say like directly, you're gonna hurt my feeling.
I think for me it depends on the. be soft with me. I think it depends on like what atmosphere it is, like what environment. If it's
Yeah.
a work environment and we're on crunch time, you better tell me that shit, like
Direct.
give it to me
Direct.
like point blank straight. You know what I mean? But if it's like our relationship is on the line,
Yeah, like
we have to
friends,
be a
yeah.
little soft with each other. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard because like before I was dating like a Korean
Yeah.
who didn't speak English, so I would only have to speak in Korean with them. And every time we fought, he would be like, "Your words are so sharp, like your words are really mean." But to me, I'm like saying it in the nicest way possible. But I guess because I didn't grow up in Korea, so I didn't go through socializing too much in Korea during
Yeah.
like my most pivotal years, which is like high school or college or whatever. So I don't think I know how to speak softly in Korean to like peers.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example?
I
of,
know, I'm like trying to think.
I really want to know if it's like a you thing or a him thing.
I think it's a you thing.
You can't even say it.
Yeah.
Why are you so
You don't
mean?
know. You don't
Do-
even know.
Because I grew up in America too, but I could speak nicely if I want to.
I could speak nicely if I want to.
But you
too.
don't. You speak
She's giving
sharply.
you.
Do you know how many people get hurt by your words?
She's got the little Dirk eyes right now.
I just don't care.
Do you know how many people you hurt with your words?
A lot, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if
Why
it's
don't
someone
you
I
guys
care
give
about-
Why don't you guys give examples of like each other saying hurtful stuff?
You just want to see it.
Ready? Fight.
We'll be the judge.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of who's more hurtful.
I don't know. I can't think of specific things, but yeah.
I think there's pros and cons to both. Yeah. It really depends on like what type of person you are. If you're the type of person that's gonna use kind of like the good side of beating around the bush to be a dick and give like backhanded compliments, then you're just a dick. If you're gonna be nice and be cultured and kind of like beat around the bush to show respect, then you're a good person.
I feel like there's not much sarcasm in Korea. It's like sarcasm isn't as big as it is in America.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So like
Yeah.
when I try to be sarcastic in Korea, they're like, "Huh?" Like they take it seriously, and I'm like, "No, no, no, no! Like I'm being sarcastic. Like I'm just joking." But in English, we're so sarcastic all the time.
Can you give us an example? 아, 너무 이쁘다.
Yeah, but even stuff
언니
like that,
너무
you know.
이쁘다.
Yeah.
I hate her skirt. She's like,
Like in English, you're like, "Oh no, duh." But then like in Korean, you can't be like,
어 진짜?
I don't know. It's hard, man. It's hard to explain. But were there specific things that kind of? Well, you guys were born in America, right?
yeah, we were born and raised,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we
You guys were born
immigrated.
here. Oh,
Yeah.
Were you
right.
born here?
Yeah, I was born in Korea. I also moved to America around like third grade,
Yeah?
after third grade.
Oh.
How
Yeah.
long did you live there though?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
Did you get made fun of for being a fob?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got bullied.
What was that like?
You got bullied?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. Like in LA too, I think the fresh off the boat kids were they got it pretty bad.
But I think I talked about this before. I got bullied by Koreans.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
These 언니's, because in New York, you have to go to after schools, because 학원s, because your parents are always busy working. So my parents would send me to 학원s, and there were these 언니's that I wanted to be close with, but they just didn't want to
Play with you.
play with me. So they would like give me Indian burns. They would bite me. They would like pinch me. They would steal my
Bite you?
stuff.
Bite
But then
you?
they didn't want to get in trouble, so they would be like laughing while doing it, like actually.
And she would just be in
Like,
pain laughing with that.
So I was confused. I was like, do they like me or do they hate me?
And this was
Because
when
they
you
would
were,
be
like,
laughing.
elementary?
Yeah, elementary
That's-
school.
wow.
And then they thought because I was still too shy, so I didn't speak English. Like I pretended like I didn't speak English, but I understood everything. And they would talk shit about me in front of me and be like, Ashley thinks she's such a princess. Like, she's so annoying. She thinks she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. And I just pretended like I didn't understand.
That's
but on
probably
the
why
way
they
home,
said that though, because you're always just like.
on the way home, I would like cry, like look out the window and like, yeah,
They'll watch this and hit you up and be like, I'm sorry.
better. No, but one culture shock was, how in Korea we grew up always hearing that we need to be humble, right? So when we hear compliments, we're like, 아니에요, 아니에요.
Yeah.
근데 when I went to America, when these kids got complimented, I saw them just being like, thank you. And that was kind of shocking to me because I was like, why are they so confident? Because, they would just take the compliment and just be like, oh, wow, thank you.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm so used to being like, oh, no, what do you mean? No.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is how you should react to compliments instead of being like, no.
You felt that recently?
No, when I first went.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how are you now, like these days?
Oh, I
When
just take it like, oh, thank you. Because it's not that like I'm agreeing with them. Let's say, Peniel, compliment me.
Oh, why does it gotta be me?
Say something.
Yeah,
Your eyes look very chorong today.
That's the best
I
way
don't know.
to do
I
it.
don't know if it's because you're tired or if it's the
It's a
lenses.
contact, yeah.
Thank you. Because now I'll just be like, thank you. Because it's not that I'm agreeing with.
Yeah.
That wasn't a very good compliment, but like, you know, it's not that I agree with him, but it's like I'm thanking him for choosing to see me in such a nice way. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just being like,
Oh, I like
thank
your
you for-
haircut.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think we should all react like that instead of being like, oh no, I don't like it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, do you? Oh.
But I think it differs on like what kind of
I don't
compliment
think Korean
it is,
people
too.
do that.
No,
Okay,
but
not to that extent,
it
but
differs
it's like,
too. Like complimenting your hair or your like, contact lenses, they will say thank you. But if it's
Yeah.
like, oh, actually, you're so pretty. Like, oh my god, 그러면 이제 like it's kind of different,
no, I'll be like,
you
thank
get
you.
for like other Koreans too. Do you get
You have to look at them
Yeah.
like that.
like if someone were to compliment me with my like outfit or my like I don't know my glasses or whatever, I'll say oh thank you. But if they compliment me with my looks, like oh 너무 잘생겼어, like you look so handsome or whatever, I'll be like oh yeah.
It is.
Ah,
It is
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I know
What
what
if
you're
they
saying.
compliment you on your work? Like, wow, like this was so good. Like, I can't believe you produced this. Wow, your performance was so good. Like,
I'll
you're
say
the
thank you.
best
Like, oh,
performer.
thank you.
Yeah. I think it depends. I think compliments with like physical appearance is a bit different because there's this stigma. People don't like when you know you're good looking in
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah.
지가
It's like
잘생긴
too
거 지가
cocky, yeah.
It makes them like 지가 이쁜
잘난 줄
거야,
알네.
안 해.
재수
Then-
없어.
yeah, right. And then they get mad and they start looking for flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
bit
so I
different.
shouldn't react like, oh.
No, I feel like
No, I think there's a level of like,
no, just own it. Who cares?
Yeah, but I kind of agree with Ashley on this one. Like, I feel like more people should be, confident and just kind of say thank you instead of like, oh no.
It's a culture difference because I learned that recently. What you said you learned when you went, because I was like, I think being in Korea for so long, when I get complimented, I always feel like I should come back with a level of humility that shows that no, that isn't enough, and I could do better. I could like fix whatever. But in America, I think it could cause a misunderstanding to make someone think, oh, are you fishing for more compliments then? Do you want me to like give you more to, you know what I mean? So I think right now I agree with just owning it. Yeah.
That's good.
But don't be like, I know.
I know. I know.
Just be like, oh, thank
Just
you.
gotta take it
Yeah.
at, yeah.
Just one thank you is good. I think Peniel's really good with that. Every time I see Peniel getting complimented, he's like, 고마워.
No, he's like,
That's it.
thank you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm like, that's actually a really good.
I get awkward when people compliment me, so I'm just like, end the conversation. Thank you.
Yeah.
End the conversation.
Bro, your skin looks amazing today.
Thanks.
Oh, I like your hat,
Thanks. You want it?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's play a balance game.
Let's do it.
No overthinking, okay? Growing up Korean in West Coast versus Midwest versus East Coast. 1, 2, 3. East Coast.
Where? West Coast. Why did I say East
Oh,
Coast?
that was the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Growing up Korean?
But
What about
we
it?
don't have any other experiences besides the experience.
That's
that we
true.
have.
But I think if I could choose, I would still choose East Coast.
Obviously.
Because that's the only experience you've had.
No, but like people could be curious about the West Coast or like the other coast that they didn't grow up in, but
I'll choose East
East
Coast.
Coast?
Yeah,
why?
because I'm from the West.
Oh.
I want to experience like the East.
You're curious about
I'm
it.
curious, yeah.
I would definitely not the Midwest. I would be
Sorry, Peniel.
It's okay.
I would be debating between West Coast or East Coast, but actually I'm kind of curious about West Coast because it's so different. You guys have beaches and stuff, so like
Well, I changed my mind. I changed back to West Coast.
oh.
He said
'Cause of the
beaches.
beaches,
It's like the weather too.
Hey, but we
Yeah.
have the city, okay? We have skyscrapers.
We have a beach
like-
too.
Where?
Lake Michigan.
It's a lake.
That's not a beach. That's a lake.
Look it up. Look
That's
up
a lake.
No, look
You
up
just
Lake
said
Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
Look up Lake
I'm
Michigan.
like, wait, where?
No, look up Lake Michigan.
been there.
If I didn't tell you it was a lake, you would think it was the ocean.
No, I know
that's not
it's
a Lake
huge, but
Michigan.
it's a lake.
No,
Well, it
Lake
looks like a
Michigan,
beach.
Chicago. Lake Michigan, Chicago.
Do people swim
Look
there?
at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Question.
water-
Wait.
too
Lake
cold.
Michigan is bigger than South Korea?
Yeah.
Wow, how small is South Korea?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Are there
Are there
sharks?
sharks?
I don't think it's not seawater. Yeah,
Exactly.
So it's
They don't-
safer than the ocean.
They don't have sharks.
No sharks.
They got no sharks. It's not a beach. It's not an ocean.
Look at it. You got the sand and the water without the sharks.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a bit convincing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, look at that.
Sharks are like, I don't know. Sharks kind of have like a cool image.
Does that not look like an ocean
It
view, or what do you
does.
call it?
It does.
The beach. When I was little, I thought Chicago had an ocean. I didn't know it was a lake because it's huge.
Yeah.
And then my sister said it was a lake, and I was like, "Stop lying." I feel like Korean people would prefer East though because
It's like city, both city.
City and you have
it's
all more
city,
stuff to do.
and then also it's a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fast
yeah,
paced.
yeah.
The living pace there, it's a lot faster.
Yeah.
Irvine is so boring.
Korean people, they're
Yeah.
gonna go to the suburbs of California and they're gonna be like,
What do we do?
There's nothing to do here.
Even in Irvine too, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Korean people are gonna be so bored.
Korean food every day versus American food every
Oh,
day.
this is easy.
So easy. 1, 2, 3.
Korean food.
What did you say?
American.
He said American.
Peniel.
Like American, American food.
What's one American food that you can never just not get enough of?
Pizza.
Pizza's pretty.
Peniel's
decent. He's
so
the Chicago.
lazy. Like he just
he's the
hates
Chicago boy.
using his chopsticks to grab like different
So
side
Korean-
dishes.
yeah.
He's medieval. He likes using his
Yeah.
No, Korean food is delicious. I don't hate it, but there's too much.
That's a blessing.
No,
You have
that's what
so
I
much
don't like about
variety.
it. Cause I'm not a foodie. You know, I don't have a big appetite or anything.
Yeah.
So for me, eating is just for survival.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
But then Korean food is just so much that I'm like,
it's too
gotta get the
complicated.
rice,
Yeah.
like I'm like,
Panchan,
there's
all
too-
that.
yeah.
too
But
complicated.
American, food
American
is so
food-
oily and salty and ugh.
Health wise, yeah, Korean food's better,
Get
but
healthy American food.
it's expensive.
It is.
You know the thing with Korean food? Do you guys
There's not
have
enough protein with Korean food.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can, yeah,
you
but
mean?
then
We
the
have
protein
so
is
much
expensive too.
gogi
The
banchan.
Yo, do you guys ever
Like,
like?
three little meatballs.
Yeah, you gotta order
We have
extra.
bulgogi.
One thing I find fun and sometimes pisses me off about eating Korean food is when like you have all the banchan, like the side dishes, and then you have your bowl of rice, right? And then you need to portion it right so you could eat everything together with
Together,
each rice.
yes.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And then like
Yeah.
at the end, if you're left with too much rice, it's like no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever thought of that before.
Or even like if you eat too much rice at first and your left is like
A lot of
much-
banchan,
a
yeah.
lot of panchan and no rice.
Yeah.
But Korea tends to make their food a little sweet. Like
Yeah.
even like Korean version of like let's say Thai food or American food, it's a little on the
Yeah.
sweet
The
side.
Korean
Yeah.
pizza, I was like, is this dessert pizza? I was like, it's sweet.
Yeah.
The sauce, the tomato
Yeah.
sauce, the marinara sauce or whatever, it's sweet.
Pizza wise, I like American pizza.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Costco
same.
ones are like bomb.
Ooh. Yeah. Them chicken bakes too.
Oh my gosh, living in Korea versus living in the US. This is so hard. Wait,
Korea or
are we
US?
saying right now? Like in this moment, right now? Right now.
Right
okay.
now.
Okay,
Like,
right now.
At this moment.
Yes, okay. Let's choose. 1, 2, 3. Korea.
I think everyone's reasoning is pretty similar.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, Korea.
Well, how about from 10 to 20 years from now on?
America.
I
America?
think,
Yeah.
I think US.
US?
Yeah.
How about you?
America.
I think the benefits of Korea right now is one, there's a lot of stuff to do even until like late night.
Yeah.
And just health benefits are way better here. US, I think when everything's said and done and you want a place to kind of just like live
Settle
the rest of
down.
your settle down is
Same
kind of
for
like
me,
a better
yeah.
place.
Maybe like for me, after like 20 years or something?
Yeah. Also depends on like where your income is too.
Yeah.
If I start making a lot of dollars, then I think like, something can change too. But
Yeah.
right now, I think both.
And I also, Korea has gotten a lot more foreigners recently, but I also want my kid to grow up in like a very
diverse-
diverse.
Yeah.
Same. Being Korean in 2006 versus being Korean in 2026.
Oh, come on. This is easy.
Oh, wait, but that,
2006 because I'm
But-
younger.
yeah, but we gotta see. Are we gonna say like at the same age? Like, you know, let's say we're 20. Being 20 in 2006 or being 20 in 2026?
I want to be the same
Okay,
age.
yes,
Yeah.
being
Dude.
20 in 2006
In
versus
2026.
2026.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
2026.
2006?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's like more niche.
You want to like gatekeep all the
Yes,
K-pop and
I feel
everything?
special. Like Korea's not as popular, you know.
06 was kind
But
of
you
tough.
were being bullied in 2006.
Yeah.
I know.
06 was
Life would
tough.
be easier if I was Korean in 2026.
What was I
No.
doing in 2006?
Because even if I go abroad, now they're like, oh, 안녕하세요, you Korean? You know, before it used to be like,
I love
"Ni hao,"
kimchi.
or like, konnichiwa. But now
Yeah.
it's actually like, oh, 안녕하세요.
You
We
know what?
didn't-
Wait. Did you guys get bullied though for being Asian?
I think.
No, I mean, they would like do this and stuff. But
Really? I never got any of that.
I
Well,
think there
I guess
was.
Chicago
I
people
didn't
are
get
nice.
bullied, but I got made fun of a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to put that.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
wasn't
that-
bullying.
We'll
But
categorize that as
Yeah.
bullying.
I was chubby and I was Asian, so like I got the bad end of both of those simultaneously. They would scoop me and then do the eyes, you know, like titty
Oh, yeah,
scooping.
yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
would
my
get scooped and be like,
God.
"Ah, you
What
little
was that
ch-"
called? It was like something dip. I forgot
Yeah,
what it was
oh,
called.
Scoop.
no.
yeah. Koreans weren't even on the radar for like the bullying too. It was like we heard everything else.
Yeah.
Japanese and Chinese, you know.
Korea was the last thing to come out. It was
Yeah.
always Chinese, Japanese, and then it'd be like, oh, Korean.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I was just giving them benefit of the doubt, but for me, I don't think I got too much bullying, but they were genuinely ignorant.
Yeah.
They just didn't know.
yeah.
Because they would ask me,
North or South?
"Are you Asian?"
Oh.
Oh yeah, North and South. Yeah.
North
They're like, "Oh, like what kind of Asian are you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, Korean." And they'd be like, "That's not Asian." Like they wouldn't know. They'd be
no,
like, "Wait."
it's in Asia.
They're like, "Wait, where's Korea?"
Yeah.
Like
it
they
was
wouldn't
like
know,
that.
or it'd be like, "Oh wait, are you from North or
Yeah.
South?"
Do you remember the first moment you felt proud to be Korean?
Proud to be a Korean man.
Oh, first like moment.
When we got booked for our first tour in America. I was like, oh wow, I came to Korea to chase a career just to be able to go back. I think that was a pretty good, big moment. Yeah.
So proud.
I think for me was 2002 when I was still in New
World
York.
Cup.
The World Cup. And we all
Which is
got
happening soon,
together.
yeah.
Oh,
We
it's
were
happening
wearing
soon, yeah.
Be the Red shirts and we were like cheering for Korea.
Yeah.
I think, I was very proud then.
How
Yeah.
old were you?
I
in
remember-
2002.
I was in 6th grade, 6th or 7th grade. Yeah.
I was 1.
Okay.
I was 1.
Heck was that?
Yeah. you could.
Nobody asked, but okay.
Oh,
Thanks for letting
you
us
were in
know.
Korea though.
Yeah,
you were
I
in
was in
Korea
Korea,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were already back?
No, he was
Wait,
born here.
I was born in 2000.
Okay.
Linda, listen. Listen, Linda.
Okay.
I remember there's a place called Medieval Times in Chicago. Do you
No.
guys have that?
Is that pizza place?
No, it's like it's like the theme is medieval.
That's such
So you
a
literally-
horrible name
so
for a
you-
pizza shop.
Yeah, I don't know why did you think of pizza?
I just thought Chicago. And I was like,
I was like Medieval Times pizza shop. I was like,
oh my god.
no,
Oh,
the
man.
concept is it looks like a castle, and the whole concept is medieval times. Medieval times.
Interesting.
So you eat with your hands,
Oh.
and you watch them like joust, like horse jousting.
Oh, interesting.
Like they ride horses with and they like whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember they rented that out, and they had a big like screen projector, and everyone there was like,
Korean?
it was all Korean people.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
They were all rooting for.
At a
him.
medieval time.
Yeah, the medieval times. They rented it out.
I
That's
think
tight.
whenever there was like a famous Korean player on a sports team,
Yeah.
like who was the one on no,
Dodgers?
Yankees?
Dodgers.
Like a
I think it's
long time
Dodgers.
ago?
Park Chan-ho, right?
아니, oh.
류현진?
No, before that.
추신수?
추신수.
No.
박찬호, 추신수.
Oh, maybe I'm
유현진.
thinking of Park Chan-ho. But he
Yeah.
was on Dodgers?
I just think it's hilarious for Chujinsu.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because on the back, you know, it just says Chu.
Chu.
And then whenever they root for him, they're like, go Chu, go Chu, go Chu. But they don't, but obviously they don't know what go Chu is.
Yeah. Gochu means pepper. And
Or
also
penis.
a male private part. Yeah.
So they're just playing the penis game.
Oh, yeah. In Korean.
Go Chu, go Chu.
Without even knowing.
Wait, did you guys grow up listening to K-pop in America?
Yeah. Well, not really.
Oh,
If you think
Yeah,
about
not
it.
really.
really?
My mom played a lot of Cool, which is
okay.
really interesting because they're also a co-ed group.
Oh my gosh, she manifested it.
She kind of did. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that's pretty freaking crazy. Yeah.
And probably Coyote too, no? Did she listen to a lot of Coyote?
I think a
Now
couple
you're just-
songs, but I just remember finding like a lot of cool CDs. Yeah.
Okay.
The funny thing is, I didn't like K-pop when I used to live in Irvine. Like,
Interesting.
Did you choose?
Not-
Were you like actively trying not to like it? Were
kind
you
of, yeah. I kind
right?
of had that.
Right.
Actively,
Because you wanted to be a skater boy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not too much of a skater boy because I kind of listened to Taylor Swift as well too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't
Okay.
too much of a skater boy. I was just like a teenage, like a
wanted
regular
to
teenage
be,
boy.
You wanted to be a Twinkie.
Well, not a Twinkie, but
Yeah, the one that outside.
I think
white
all
and the
Asians
inside.
kind of did at one point. No.
Yeah.
so like I
Everyone had
listened
their
to Taylor
Twinkie phase in
Swift,
America.
Ariana Grande, like Justin Timberlake, Drake, or
Wow, so
all those like hip hop music too as well. But on the other hand, my sister, she listened to all K-pop, like EXO, Big Bang, like BTS. Whenever she played the song, I told her to turn it off. Like I'm gonna be the DJ, and I chose to turn on.
I'm so
Drake
confused when you
music.
were in America because you're saying like EXO and BTS.
I know, which is like a few years ago.
No,
to
no,
me.
no. Because I moved back to Korea in 2015,
Oh, okay.
and EXO, BTS, and all of them.
BTS.
Their
when did they
debut was like
debut?
2013.
2013.
2013 or
13?
something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
13 years in the
so
game.
that's
they only debuted-
that's when like
yeah, they
Yeah,
debuted
so-
young.
Oh, okay.
my
Yeah.
sister even bought like albums from like EXO and BTS too.
Hey, she's one
Like
of the
K-pop,
real
K-pop.
ones.
Yeah.
But you know what I think it is? I think growing up in the States as a Korean American, we got made fun of for how Korean or not only Korean Americans, just Asian Americans in general. We got made fun of for the food that we brought to school.
Oh, yeah.
We got made fun of for
Yeah.
our eyes. We got made fun of for so many things that made us Asian that naturally, I think as a Korean American identifying in America, it's like you start building a level of resentment towards your own heritage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to be in with all the cool kids that, aren't Asian. So like when K-pop comes on, because I was the same way when, like Cool I didn't know anything about because I was just listening to whatever my mom was playing on the
right.
radio. But like at school, it was always like Kendrick,
Yeah, Drake,
Top
or-
Dog Drake, whatever was playing on like, Kiss FM, or
Kiss
like
FM,
105.9,
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that made you in with the crowd at the time.
Exactly, to blend in.
Yeah, because times were very different. Right now, if you know K-pop, you'll be accepted by so many different, social groups,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
like you're considered cool. But
Yeah,
then
back
it wasn't.
then, no.
You would be made fun of for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember a time I felt proud to be a Korean.
too.
So in my high school, we had 4 minutes to walk to the next class, right? Between each classes, they would play music, and we had
I'm sorry to cut you off. Are you gonna say Gangnam Style?
No, it's
Okay.
before that. It was
Okay.
way before that. I was in Korea already. I came back to Korea when Gangnam Style came
Oh,
out.
okay.
So
He's older than I thought. I'm just kidding.
we had a K-pop day. So during
Wow.
the 4 minutes, they would
What?
play K-pop songs. And
Yeah.
so I was walking to class listening to like Wonder Girls and Big Bang. And I was like, this is so cool. Because usually they would play like old school hip hop or like pop music.
Wait, what
And
year
then-
is this?
Like 2009,
Really?
2008,
They were already
2000.
what the?
Yeah, because I mean, I went to
That's
school
crazy.
in Queens, New York, so there were so many Asians, but that's when kind of like Wonder Girl started to do promotions in the States and everything.
right,
So
right.
yeah, they decided to have a K-pop day, and I was like, yes. But I was always listening to K-pop, even when it wasn't big.
Wow.
So
I
You're
felt proud
also-
when Gangnam Style kind of blew up.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was a big moment
like
for
a big
Koreans.
moment, yeah.
That was the first billion on YouTube. I
Oh,
think
was
it it. I think
billion views,
yeah.
or likes, views,
That's crazy.
likes.
I think it was views for a Korean person to put that. You know, that's a world record.
I mean, I think like living in New York and LA, it was a little easier to embrace being Korean because there were so many of us.
Yeah.
I don't know about you though, like in your neighborhood, because you lived in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
So
grow up
tell
with a
us
lot of
about your
Koreans?
experience, Peniel.
I grew up with mainly white people, but I don't remember getting bullied.
That's good. But did you like
No.
outside of your household, did you get to experience like the Korean culture at all?
Oh, I mean, yeah, from church. Yeah, like
Church was a
yeah.
big place. Yeah.
Yeah,
where
for
you got
Korean
in with it.
Americans.
Did you
Yeah.
guys play basketball at church too after like the
Yeah, basketball,
Yeah,
yeah,
football,
yeah.
like,
Volleyball.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like all my like Korean stuff I learned from church people because at school I was listening to like punk / like pop rock with all my school friends, but then church people were putting me on to K-pop. But that was like,
Oh, right.
I think it was like I got into it like later. I mean, I can't even say I got into it. It was just like in my iPod,
Yeah.
but I still preferred like punk rock and
Yeah.
pop
Yeah.
rock, but on like LimeWire.
Oh yeah.
LimeWire, Kazaa.
Yeah. They would just tell me a bunch of artists and I'd just be like, okay, and then I would just download it and it would just be on my iPod, but I wasn't actively searching for new K-pop songs or stuff like that.
You guys didn't watch Korean dramas either, or Korean variety shows?
Oh, I did with my
no,
parents.
really.
I didn't
Think about
understand it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't really
Only like the
understand
big
it either,
ones.
but yeah.
Only the big ones. I watched like Nickelodeon
What do you?
in elementary.
Okay.
And I watched like iCarly,
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Korean stuff?
Korean stuff back. I don't even remember.
The way
I watched.
he was like Nickelodeon had Korean stuff.
Wait, did you live in the era where you had to rent tapes?
Oh yeah, like the Korean supermarket.
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I watched 상속자들.
Oh yeah, that was the.
The heirs.
Yeah, that was when I was in like elementary or something.
I think that came out after I was in Korea.
Too.
That was back in like 2000, like 11 or something. Right?
You didn't watch the classics like Full House?
Why do you have to say that with a Korean accent?
No, but I
know.
watched as a kid growing up in Irvine. I watched iCarly and all the. like,
Okay.
those stuff. The thing is, my mom kind of didn't let me watch Korean TV shows.
Oh.
She would always turn on CNN, like the.
Oh,
news.
to help you improve
exactly.
English?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
pick up
Hey,
English
no
faster.
Korean drama, no Korean TV shows.
Really?
Watch like the news.
That was probably the side of her that like brought you to America to help you kind of like fit in
Exactly.
with the culture too.
Yeah.
It was like my weekly activity to go to the video store with my dad and just rent out all the videos and
Yeah.
just watch dramas like All In with my dad.
Oh, I saw All In.
Oh, so good, right?
The gambling one, right?
Yeah.
I saw All In. I saw Full House too.
You
I don't know
did?
if I understood any of them though, but
Did you watch 천국의 계단?
yeah.
And
didn't watch
내 이름은
Boomerang?
김삼순?
No. Oh.
I think my parents watched it. I probably because I would always just sit with them.
Have you guys
But-
watched 꽃보다 남자?
Of course.
That's like my 인생 drama. 꽃보다 남자.
Even now?
Even now, I watched that drama. I watched that shit like 7 times, like back and forth.
Nice.
Really?
7 times.
What do you love so much about it?
Chia. No, I don't know. I think my mom was a big fan of
구준표?
이민호. 구준표 이민호.
I see, I see.
And I was kind of forced to watch that drama over and over and over again
Okay.
to the point where
Your sister probably liked it too.
yeah. But she watched up to this day, up to today, she watches a lot of Korean dramas and all that stuff.
It's Korean dramas are just so well made.
Dude,
It's different.
The consuming population of just Korean film these days.
K culture, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yo, 참교육. What's it called in English?
Oh wait, I heard
Who's
it's
in
good.
it?
Isn't this like the
김무열 선배님.
Oh, I saw the cover of it. It's like action, right?
I heard
No.
John Cena posted a picture of
He did.
Oh, I
Junior
saw.
He did.
I guess he
Is it-
watches it.
It's called Teach You a Lesson. Yeah.
Oh, teach you a lesson. Teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
I heard it's good.
It's amazing. I
Really?
finished it yesterday. It's literally one of the best films I've ever seen.
How many
Really? I might have
episodes?
It's
to.
I think it's
Like
10. Is it
or
8?
10. I'm watching it as well.
Yeah.
But I haven't finished it yet. But it's
it
fun.
good?
It's
You guys
so
should watch
good.
it. But at the same time, it kind of pisses me off.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Just the fact that, you know,
What is
That-
it
You can't
about?
spoil. You can't spoil
What
too
is
much.
it
Yeah,
about?
don't
It's about like, it's
spoiling
about
it?
like school.
Oh,
You know,
bullying?
there's school bullying.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that pisses me off.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
But it's not just the kids. It's
the
also it's like
teachers?
just
Teachers.
problems within a school.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, like the politics
Not-
and everything.
Yeah.
politics, or it could be not only with like the students, it could be their parents.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Or teachers.
Teachers,
problem,
yeah. So what it is there's an organization that's made to kind of help fix those problems when there's literally no one left to help fix it.
Yeah.
And they
Not even like the cops can do.
yeah. And the way oh man, the producers and the writers are amazing because the solutions they find for these problems,
Yeah.
it feels so real.
Does it?
It feels pretty real. I mean, I guess like
It's kind of too much. You know?
is it
Over exaggerated?
Yeah, over exaggerated.
Maybe-
Maybe it's because we grew up in the States.
Right.
He
And-
actually- yeah.
And then we hear, nowadays about how bad it is in Korean schools. So I'm
Oh, no,
like,
I saw it.
oh, right, you went to
Yeah,
school
yeah.
here.
Or yeah,
Oh.
that was like
I went to school
one
in
of-
Korea,
that,
too.
That
Yeah.
was one of my biggest culture shocks.
Whoa,
Like when I
really?
first came to Korea.
Yeah. Tell us.
Because I heard about, well, I mean, so all the people from my church, when they found out I was going to Korea and then I was going to go to a Korean school, first they told me everyone was going to try to pick a fight with me because I'm American.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah. And then they said that there's like the 짱, right? The 학교 짱.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Number one.
The best
It's
fighter.
number-
the number one at the school, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to fight him to see my place. And I was like, what?
Too many.
I was like,
Well,
what
that's,
is this?
That's kind
And
of
then-
exaggerated.
Was
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
that?
No, no
Okay,
one picked
okay.
a fight with me.
Yeah.
And then they also told me that the teachers were gonna hit me too. So I was like, oh, what? And I was like, am I allowed to hit them back if they hit me? Because I'm like, yo, if someone's hitting me, I'm not gonna just, like
Let
just
them hit
stand
you.
there.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I allowed to hit him back? And they're like, no, you can't. I was like, what the heck? But I got here. No kids picked a fight with me.
They're
The
all nice,
teachers
right?
didn't hit me either. But I saw kids getting hit
Oh.
from teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
Like where?
yeah, 'cause-
Getting hit where?
So the gym teacher. No. The gym teacher was a judo.
Professional.
He did judo like back in the day.
Yeah.
He had the cauliflower ears and
Uh-huh,
everything.
Dang.
But there was a kid that got caught smoking in the bathroom.
Oh,
And then he tried running away, but the gym teacher's a judo teacher. He literally grabbed him by like the back of the thing, and like next second, he's just like on the floor.
Oh.
And then the judo teacher, or not the judo teacher, the gym teacher always carried around the stick.
Yeah.
And as soon as he was on the floor, he made him get into push-up position, and he was just whacking the
my
shit
butt.
out of the guy.
His butt.
yeah.
And then I also saw, so Korean school's kind of different. So you stay in class and the teachers come to you.
Oh yeah.
Because America, it's kind
You
of
move.
it's like
That's
you move.
so much more convenient.
yeah.
But it's
Oh
fun.
my
Walking
goodness.
to class is fun.
Yeah.
And then passing by your crush and like, hey,
Oh, you right. This
Yeah.
is the mid 30s in me that's talking right
I
now.
thought
No,
this
but you
is
could
fun
do
too.
but in Korean school, they're like
Between classes?
between classes, you can still walk around and stuff.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
you just go back to the same
the
class,
original.
and then the teacher
okay.
comes. Yeah.
Okay.
But only for chemistry, we went to a different class.
Yeah.
But one of the kids was sleeping, so he didn't go to chemistry. And then our homeroom teacher saw that. And then after chemistry, we came back, and then he was like,
Getting whacked.
no, he was like, why didn't you go to chemistry? And he was like, oh, what are you talking about? I went. And
Oh,
he was
he
like,
lied?
yeah, he was like, I'll give you one more opportunity to tell the truth.
Oh.
Why didn't you go? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just went with his lie. And then the teacher just he punched him in the forehead. And then with the attendance book, he just started like wagging. I was just like, oh, they really do hit kids here. I was like,
Wait,
oh.
when was this?
Wow.
When was it?
This was 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Okay, but now, like,
They can't do that now.
yeah,
They
now
can't
like
do that
teachers
now.
don't hit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just so like people who are watching this don't,
They can't do that now.
Take it for a mistake.
But I think up to like 20
mid 2010s, I think.
Yeah, I think it was still allowed.
Because I was actually talking about this with my friend like last week because I watched 참교육, like a
Yeah.
teacher lesson when I was in elementary. Like this is before I moved to
The US, yeah.
yeah. So it wasn't like elementary first grade. So how old was I? Like what? 6, 7 in Korea. First time in elementary, I'm like very nervous and all that, and I got the worst teacher at that school.
Oh no.
Aw.
And she had this thing where she hates kids. And I don't know how she became a teacher, but she hates
What?
kids.
Yeah.
She's in the wrong field.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
okay.
And then she especially hated like the guy, like the
boys.
the boys,
Oh,
and
nice.
the boys. Yeah, and you know how like we have to wear like the shinewa, like the
Oh, the sandals.
slippers
Oh, in
for like the
school,
school,
yeah.
like yeah,
Indoor shoes.
indoor shoes
Yeah.
exactly. And then when I was going to the bathroom, whoever makes like a slight bit of a noise, she will call you back in, and and make you have a seat, and you can't go to the restroom. So there's one of my friend in elementary. I remember he pissed his pants
Oh.
in his seat
Yeah.
because she wouldn't let him go to the restroom,
Yeah.
and she also hit like boys, you know, with
That's
with her
traumatizing.
whatever.
I feel like bullying in America is more physical. Like you pour milk on them and you're like laughing at them. But then in Korea, it's more psychological. Like they fuck with your head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I,
You
I
know,
get what you mean.
you know
yeah.
what's interesting? I've experienced with like kids I fear that like there was kids I was afraid of in school, and it was because they would play these games where there's a game called like the swipe game. So when you sit down in class, you have to swipe the back of your head. If you forget and it's witnessed that you forgot, anyone is allowed to come and just smack the shit out of like the back of your head.
the heck?
So I got smacked a lot. And then like some days I'd be like, why are they so mean? And then some days they'd be like, yo, Matt, swipe, swipe, swipe. I'd be like, oh, thanks. But then other days you just smack the shit out of me. So I'm like,
It's confusing.
it's
Yeah. It's
But,
weird.
like, I don't know.
get it.
I'm thinking like maybe the explanation is as kids our emotions are so like
Yeah.
up and down.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, if they're in a good mood, maybe they're like, hey, swipe, swipe, swipe.
Yeah.
And then if they're in a bad mood, they just take it out on you by smacking
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But you know,
I don't know
another
what
thing
it
is
is.
like, is it because I'm trying to think now? Is it because they got smacked by someone else and like they have
Maybe.
nowhere? Because that's kind of essentially what like bullying is. It like trickles down from somewhere all the time.
Yeah.
It's a learned thing. So
They have like issues at home.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. But
Wait, just a random question. How did you guys eat lunch in America?
America?
Yeah, at school.
in the
In the
cafeteria?
cafeteria?
Or did your parents or did your mom like, you know, pack
Oh,
you
no.
pack you a lunch?
I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
school
yeah.
lunch.
I
I did both.
Yeah, I did both.
My mom packed me a lunch up to like 5th grade in elementary. And after that, I told
Allowance?
my mom, I was like, hey, don't pack me a lunch. I'm going to go to the cafeteria and eat pizza and eat some like, you know, smoothie.
Why?
Yeah.
What
Like,
did she
uh,
pack you?
Like bulgogi.
Oh,
Kim and then kimchi
Fire.
and rice, all that.
Fire.
And then some like, you know, friends would make fun of that, you know.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
right, right,
Tasty
right,
Korean
right.
food,
Smells.
it kind of
Yeah.
smells.
Yeah.
What's that? Ew. And for some reason, I kind of didn't, you know, like. Oh, no one likes getting made fun of.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I told my mom I just want to eat pizza
food.
in the
Yeah, yeah,
cafeteria.
yeah.
Okay.
So like starting 6th grade, I just, you know, ate at the cafeteria, like the pizza and all that stuff.
Dude, how heartbreaking must it be for your parents to
I
kind
know,
of hear
right?
that, like,
Yeah.
you know, you're literally making food for your kids.
So you know what my mom did once? This was in middle school too. She went to In-N-Out
Yeah.
and she bought like 20 In-N-Out burgers and brought it to school at lunchtime.
Oh,
So all the friends that kind of, you know, or not my friends, all the kids that kind of made fun of me
Yeah.
would, you know, come to me, hey, Eric, hey, let me have the In-N-Out. And then I would have like the 권력. What's 권력? Like
Power.
yeah.
like the
Authority.
power, yeah, authority to choose who to give. the
Oh,
In-N-Out.
so they have to be
So
nice to you.
Exactly.
Hey, that's pretty smart
Yeah,
though.
your
Yeah,
mom
my
was
mom did that
smart.
too. So
Aw.
I only gave out like the
That's the
In-N-Out
psychological
Yeah.
to
warfare.
my friends. Yeah.
Thanks for being nice to me. Thanks for being nice to me. You?
You made fun of my kimchi? Get out of here.
Yeah, no In-N-Out for you.
Exactly. Get out of here.
Anything coming up?
Oh, as of plan, I'm going to China tomorrow.
Oh,
For my solo fan meeting.
Nice.
Okay.
By the time this
Is
goes
out,
on,
you'll probably be back.
But I mean, I can't spoil too much. But you know, we've promised our fans that we would do a concert as like
A full group?
as a full group
Nice.
because our Matyong, our leader, is in the military.
Oh, yeah.
He comes out in September.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this December is gonna be our 9th year anniversary.
Wow.
So that
So like end of the year maybe.
end of the year, and also plus working on my solo stuff too.
Nice.
Okay,
So,
that's good. That's
yeah.
good.
Nice.
Smoke too much.
good.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout, guys.
For sure.
Yes.
New heat coming.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to be on a new YouTube show called Banana Salon. It's like
Oh?
this, but girls' version.
Who's gonna be on it?
Me and Nancy are the hosts,
Okay.
and then we have like girl guests.
Nice.
So,
Is that a Dive Studios thing?
no.
Oh, okay.
It's like a completely different thing. But
Oh,
it
I'm
comes
just
out
kidding.
it comes out next week, so please tune in if you want like, girls talk version of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to watch that and see how the dynamic is different from like how you are
Dude.
here and there.
Yeah.
She's gonna be so happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so happy.
Finally, girls.
There no more bitch now.
You have something coming up?
Do I have something coming up?
I mean,
oh yeah.
yeah.
Card is coming back very soon. Full length album. It's gonna be really good. I participated on all of them, co-wrote all of
Nice,
them.
Wow.
nice.
Up to I can't spoil too much. Anyways, yeah, I co-wrote on all of them, so yeah, get ready for that.
Exciting.
Yeah.
You gonna buy us dinner with all the royalty money?
If royalty money come in, if everyone buys CD, I buy everyone dinner, even the staff. Let's go eat some bomb
Loteria.
fast food. Yeah,
편의점.
Loteria,
편의점.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
everyone's chicken breast. I got you guys.
Ooh, I'm down for chicken breast.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode. Make sure to follow Get Real on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and everyone stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time.
See you next
Bye.
time.
Bye guys.
Bye.
If you like this video,
Make sure to like
Comment and subscribe.
and check out the other ones. Yay!